The results of our project were quite interesting. We found that men are more than twice as likely to be quoted than women. The objective of this project was to quantify who makes the news in South African media. In South Africa, men are more likely to be quoted in the news than women. When women perspectives are excluded from the media, the problems that they face are not amplified within the spaces which could improve them. The main aim of this project was to leverage data sciences tools to assist in quantifying the extent of underrepresentation. The next thing we'll discuss is the method we followed, which Thokozani will help.
Oh, thanks, Bayanda. So due to challenges scraping the web due to computation, file paywalls, and the likes, we then used the fake news data set from the Data Science for Social Impact organization, which consisted of 100,000 articles from SA Digital Media. This was sufficient for our purposes in order to extract or try to quantify who's been quoted in this data set. We then used pre-trained models that are trained on the English language, models such as Spacey and Sainsbury, to help us in extracting direct and indirect codes, to help us with topic modeling, and to help us as well with named entity recognition in order to extract the names of who's been quoted in these articles. For gender prediction, we used the Genderize open source API, which predicts gender based on a name-surname combination. We suspected that this API might not work well within South African names, and we manually annotated a data set to evaluate the performance with South African name. Surprisingly, we found that this API actually worked pretty well with South African names. This may be due to the fact that our data set consisted of public figures, which may have been trained on the model. The results show that over 66% of the people that were quoted in our data set were men, with just under 27% of them being female. We had some instances where corporations were being quoted, and the model couldn't assign a gender to those ones, obviously, and it happened about 6% of the time. The graph on the top right corner there shows the representation based on the different media houses, which would actually empower our project partner to speak to those media houses based on the representation. I'll now pass over to Bayanda to take us through the deployment of our model.
Thanks, Thokozani. Now moving on to the deployed model, we leverage Streamlit, which is a platform that allows us to host machine learning projects onto web pages. With that, quotas women would then be empowered to paste the link of news articles for themselves for key statistics to be measured, such as the published date, the authors, the keywords, and along with the full text of the article and the summary. Moving along, quotas women would then be empowered to extract insights regarding who was quoted, along with the gender of those people quoted, so that quotas women can fulfill their core competency of ensuring that the voices of marginalized groups are heard within South Africa. Right now, the results are loading to show that our model can generate who was quoted in a particular scenario and why they were quoted. As you can see below, in this article, we can see that Michael and Zuma were quoted for specific topics of an article along with just their gender and specific tokens. With this, we believe that quotas women would be empowered to make an actionable change in our media houses. Thank you so much for your time. God bless. Yeah, where's the timer? There's 4 minutes or more.
Yeah, I think this one should be fine. Did you stop the recording?
Yeah, I stopped the recording and I'm looking at the presentation time. It's around like 4:28, which is, let me just see.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Where are these recordings? Because yeah, I can see they stopped. I just need them to be posted onto Teams.